welcome to another edition of GW Unspoken, where we discuss stuff we don't typically talk about but probably should. And today we're wrapping up our movement series with a bold statement. Movement is medicine. But here's the problem. Most of us aren't taking the dose when we need to thrive. In fact, many of us are overdosing on sedentary behaviour. Harsh? Maybe. True? Absolutely. This episode is designed to challenge everything you think about movement, health, and the choices you make daily. If you've been sitting comfortably while your body begs for action, this episode is definitely for you. Now let's start with a shocking fact. Physical inactivity is now considered the fourth leading cause of death worldwide. That's right, listen to that again. Fourth leading cause of death worldwide. It's up there with smoking, poor diet, and alcohol. Yet we rarely treat inactivity with the urgency it deserves. Do you? Do you actually treat it with urgency? Imagine if your doctor prescribed you a pill that could improve your mood, your energy, longevity, and you refuse to take it. That's what many of us are doing every single day by choosing to stay still. So let me ask you this. When was the last time you moved your body? Not because you had to, but because you actually chose to. And if you can't remember, then maybe the question is why not? Because here's the uncomfortable truth. We've normalized inactivity. Sitting is the new smoking, and yet we've built our lives around it. Long commutes, hours at a desk. Guess what? It's so important to be busy these days, isn't it? Look how busy I am. I've been sitting on my ass all day. Sitting down, I must be really important. You notice that? Here's a shocking truth for people out there, and people aren't going to like this episode. I understand that. But people who say they're busy all the time often think they're more busier and they're more important than other people. We are all busy. All right? So sitting at a desk for hours or doing the extra hours at work, it's credible. Yes, it is. But it doesn't mean you're more important. All right. And if you're sacrificing that for exercise, which is your own health to make you feel better, live longer, have better relationships, then that sucks. That's actually the wrong thing to do. You know, and don't say to me and write in and say, well, you know what, Gary, that's okay for you to say because, you know, you're a 9 to 3, you're a teacher. Really, come and do my job for a day, see how that goes for you. I'm talking about yourself now. When you go out there and you put yourself and give yourself a little gold medal by saying, look how important I am because I've worked so hard today. What has been in its place been sacrificed? All right? Screen time. It eats up what little energy we often have at the end of the day. What's the result? I'll tell you what it is. It's a cascade of hormonal imbalances. Our cortisol levels are sky high because the stress has got nowhere to go because guess what? We haven't moved. We've probably left it to the last thing, inverted commas, if we get time, close commas, because it's the first thing that'll go. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. And who's heard of that one before? There's no tomorrow, is there? All right? Insulin isn't regulated, increasing our risk of diabetes. Testosterone and estrogen levels drop. Guess what? Affects everything from energy to our relationships. So think about this. How often do you complain about feeling tired, stressed, stuck? How often do you actually move to change it? How often do you actually move to change it? The disconnect is real, and guess what? It's hurting us. But here's the thing. This isn't just about guilt, it's about power. Movement is the most accessible, affordable, and effective medicine you'll ever find. It regulates your hormones, it boosts your immune system, it sharpens your mind, and even strengthens your relationships. It doesn't have to be complicated or time-consuming. In fact, a brisk walk can lower your risk of chronic disease. A 10-minute stretch can reset your mood. A few jumping jacks can make you wake up better than a cup of coffee in the morning. So here's a challenge. What's one excuse you've been making about movement? Too tired? My favorite. Too busy? Not fit enough? Write it down and then call it out. That's the real reason you're staying still. Be honest. This is the first step to breaking the cycle. Right now, write down and have a good chat to yourself. Yell it out loud if you're by yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror, as weird as this sounds, and name the 3 most important things in your life right now. Name them. What is it? Is it wife? Is it family? Is it friendships? Is it connection? What are the top 3? You know, if work's number 1 and you live and die for work, you must really love your job. Fine. What's 2 and 3? Because it can't all be work. It can't all be things that we sacrifice exercise for. Yell it out and then think about why haven't you been doing exercise to improve or get better at the things that you just yelled out that you want in your life? All right? Stop saying too tired. Stop saying too busy. Start, just get out. Remember, we emotionally don't want to feel like probably going through the exercise or the pain or the uncomfortableness of getting outside or exercising or getting on our bike. Do it. You're not going to wait to the right time to start. It's not going to happen. All right? Our moods come and go in waves. Cortisol, the stress hormone, comes and goes in waves. If we only exercise when we feel like it, we'll probably exercise, 30% of the time, if that. All right? Let's get real. If movement is medicine, then inactivity is self-sabotage. Harsh? Yes. But avoiding movement is like ignoring a chronic illness and expecting it to go away. We wouldn't do that with our heart, our lungs, our kidneys. So why do we do it with our muscles and our hormones? Here's a wake-up call. If you're not moving, you're choosing decay over vitality. That might sting to hear, but it's the truth, and we all need to confront this. So look, let's end this series with 3 bold questions for your journal. I'm a bit harsh today. I want people to actually wake up, have the wake-up call of moving. I've seen it in our household this week. I've seen people stuck on TV, stuck on Netflix series, and there's been an argument to get outside, and suddenly outside moving, connecting with others, mood is completely changed. It's the same for teens. It's the same for adults. So here's the 3 bold questions for your journal. Number 1, what is one story you've been telling yourself about why you can't move more? And now how can you rewrite that narrative? Let's now make it positive. How can you rewrite it? Number 2, what's one small but consistent movement habit you can commit to? Again, something positive, something you'll actually stick with it no matter what. It's like waking up. You have to wake up and get to work, or you've got to wake up and have breakfast, or you've got to wake up and do something. You have to exercise. You can't not do it. All right. Now, number 3, fast forward 10 years from today. What's the new date? What's the difference between a life where you embrace movement daily and one where you stay inactive? Be specific. Write down what you think will change. How your body, your mind, and relationships change. Remember, movement is medicine, but it's up to you to take the prescription. So what's your next step? Literally.